most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We are back. Classic. We are back. We are back.
Hi there, guys. Welcome back into another session. Hope you are all doing well. Are we back? Is it over? Bitcoin, altcoins, and even meme coins making some big, higher time frame market structure changes. Is this a liquidity grab for whales to take profit, or is it a genuine move and we can look for some further continuation in the market? We're going to have a look at some key levels today on Bitcoin. We're going to have a quick fire look at some altcoin charts as well for you, okay? So stick with us as we look at some pure raw key levels and data. We're going to jump into TradingView. We're going to have a look at the TRDR console as well to see where that dynamic bid ask is coming in on Bitcoin. But yep, Sailor buying more. Once again, you know, if you're a bit of an OG Bitcoiner, how do you feel about the supply that Sailor is taking out the market? 2.6% of market supply. I think BlackRock is getting up there as well. But ETFs last week, over 3 billion USD bought on Bitcoin last week. How much will they buy this week? So yeah, it's an interesting one actually. It could be a good week for volatility as well in the crypto market and legacy markets as well. Why do I say that? We've actually got big earnings this week coming up for the stock market, so might not affect our magic internet money so much, okay, but just bear in mind that legacy market, tech stocks especially, Bitcoin correlation there, it's still very valid. So mainly starting tomorrow, I think there's a few earnings today, but mainly starting tomorrow, we do have some tech earnings. Meta, one of the big tech stocks, starting tomorrow, but Thursday is going to be a big day. You've got Apple and Amazon, and then I'm interested to see what the old Berkshire Hathaway is going to perform. I think that's going to be a big number for those guys over there at Berkshire Hathaway as well. So just to point that out for you guys. But yes, it's been a big week for Bitcoin. Big market structures changes on the daily chart and the like. Interesting as well. You know, just to point this out, it keeps coming up, doesn't it? People posting M2 charts, you know, spot exchange, supply shock incoming. Well, it's actually been the spot reserve has been going down for a long while, to be honest. But, you know, if you're a longer term Bitcoin bull, then this is nice to see. It is nice to see as that supply reduces. But for trading the intermediary, yeah, let's have a look at what is going on. All right, guys. So look, okay. If you want some more in-depth analysis, I do have to say, and I've pointed this out before, that look, if you look at the TRDR console and jump into the docs page, there's an absolute wealth of information in here. So if you're in the socials, if you've just joined, please jump into here, get involved in the docs page, because there's an absolute knowledge bank in here that the team have put together. I know we pointed this out before, but I keep having to shill it because we still get the odd question on socials and stuff, which is absolutely fine. We'll help everyone all we can. No alpha decay whatsoever. That's what we're here for, okay? But please jump into the docs page and see if you can find your answer in here, because more often than not, you'll get your answer in here. If you want a more in-depth breakdown of how I myself trade with the TRDR console, okay, jump into the courses and go and have a look at the Art of Data-Driven Market Analysis course. Absolute wealth of knowledge in here as well that myself and the team put together a while ago, okay? And yeah, breaks down the way I use it and how I trade and my different templates. Also, obviously, access to the private Discord as well, where we're posting more short setups, not just short setups. Okay, that was a cheeky little short on Bitcoin yesterday. We didn't get much out of that. It's like the bears have gone into hibernation for the minute, to be honest. But yeah, posting more setups for everyone, even this morning, just having a look at ENA and OM as well, actually. OM absolutely nuked like crazy. ICP looking good as well. Nice 4-hour chart. A lot of altcoins looking like this, where they haven't actually broke market structure onwards and upwards yet. If you compare this kind of chart to something like SU, okay, they're still just battling to fight that downtrend and see if they can break. So some really good value out there, I still do believe, in the markets if you can find it, okay? So yeah, a little cheeky short yesterday as Bitcoin did hit that supply. We didn't get too much. I was hoping we'd get a nice big flush and reduce that open interest, but it wasn't to be. We only just came down to this old range value area high there. So we're going to have a look at the levels there, obviously. Yeah, Bitcoin bears not really eating too much at the minute. We only came down to that old range value area high there. So with that being said, I think what we need to do is jump into TradingView and have a look at a few key levels. Let's do that now. Right then, guys, as mentioned, legacy market earnings this week, very mixed bag as they anticipate those earnings in the next 48 hours. But let's have a look at big boy Bitcoin top down. Okay, so we're just coming into a little bit of resistance now here in the 95, 96 key region, and we can see that there. Any higher push, yep, just literally have a look at your weekly levels, then jump into the TRDR console and see if you've got supply there. But at the minute, very, very strong chart. Bitcoin pushing onwards and upwards. I think you're going to have a little bit of a battle around this 96k area. You know, it wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit of downside, gather some more momentum and then push up. Daily chart, we can see exactly where we are here. So here's your old range here, break down, form a new range, deviation, hold the point of control back up, and we can just see this level here. Okay, if we can hold around this level, okay, so you're looking at about 93, even 92.5. If you can hold around this level, you're probably in the next 48 hours, I would say, you're going to get a monthly open around here as well, which would be very, very nice. You get a nice weekly close and a monthly open around. So I'm looking for some dynamic bid to come in and start to hold this level for any further continuation up. Very, very nice and simple. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. So there we are on a 4-hour chart. We can see the range there. Previous range, point of control there, breakdown, back test, range, deviation, hold the point of control up, and we just see our levels there. Very, very simple, and that's the way we need to keep it, okay? You can speculate the higher time frames all you want, 100k, 86k, it doesn't matter. We're going to trade the levels in between. All I'm looking for at the minute is for this old range value area low to hold where the weekly open is as well. Keep some dynamic bid in there, and we can keep a little bit risk on even with the altcoins. All right, guys, let's jump into the TRDR console and have a look at the all-important bid ask and volume and the rest.
Well, in my book, you either do it right or you get eliminated.
TRDR console, trader console then, guys. Get involved in here. Grab a link from below for your free trial. Get involved in the docs page. Go and check out the Academy for all the free stuff in there as well, and have a look at the Art of Data-Driven Market Analysis course if you need a little bit more in-depth help, and the one-on-one Discord in there as well, access to the one-on-one Discord, okay? But I just want to present you first and foremost with an absolute clean, what we call top-level chart on Big Boy Bitcoin here, okay? So we've got our levels marked up here as well, just so I can see the order flow on those levels, old range value area low that we looked at in trading view, which is on the daily and 4-hour. Here's our weekly open, okay, and this is our old range down here that we broke onwards and upwards from. And what can we see? So we've had some selling over the last 24 hours. So this was our last little cheeky little short trade there. Didn't get much meat off the bone on that one. Not a problem at all, considering the higher time frame structure has been up. You just take a couple of percent and that's it, yeah? But we do have some dynamic bid coming in now at the weekly open and old range value area low. So considering this is a zone that I am looking at holding for continuation up, it's nice to see that, okay? Let's have a look at the bid-ask ratio. So spot market not particularly bidding here too much, okay? They have bid a little bit lower. It's the perps market that are getting a little bit dynamic. So let me just go to a full window and we'll have a look at that for you, okay? There we go. Okay, so depth coming back into the market now. We had some supply hit the market yesterday, okay? It gave us our little flush down, okay? Not much, and then we go sideways. Depth coming back in the market now, mainly from perps, as we can see here, okay? Nice depth in the books. You want to see this for a trending market. If this disappears, it's not going to be good. I'd look for further shorts to flush down, okay? But at the minute, the perps depth is looking good. 2.5 to 5% away is your nearest, okay? But some nice dynamic bid coming in there at the weekly open, okay? Other exchanges, not too much to say. I think you need to concentrate on Binance Spot, Binance Perps. Binance Perps being very dynamic, okay? Last week we had some profit taking, I would say. You know, if you get this kind of thing late on a Friday, I think you can consider that a bit of profit taking. People have had a good week in the markets, sideways all weekend obviously, and then you hit a little bit more on the Monday, but now this is looking good. I've got after yesterday's short, I've got no reason to short this at all now, okay, on Bitcoin. I think it's looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the volume then. So yeah, open interest has come down from last week's highs. There's not too much edge in the volume. Spot market coming out a little bit. We can see that. Perps market, a little bit steady, okay. Let's have a look at the open interest and funding. Open interest, calm, steady. Funding going from negative yesterday and very calm again today. Let's have a look at the deltas on the Delta Kin. I'm going to have a look at a 1 hour as we rise into these highs, okay? Deltas We got some big rises on the deltas over the last week or so. Even at the weekend, actually, we did get some big rises, but everything a little bit calm now. So it's good to see. I do have to say it is nice to see it. 15-minute time frame then. Yeah, so dynamic bid sitting on Bitcoin at that weekly open. No reason to short. If we just fall in price, have a look to see if that dynamic bid continues, okay? Couple of other coins to be aware of. I've seen some supply, as we can see here. I've seen some supply hitting ETH, okay? Mainly from perps. It's gone. It's dissipated now, okay? So any little pullbacks, depth a little bit lower as well. And it's been the same on Sol. Sol has been hitting some supply as well. You've got some big levels defending the offers there at 155, 154 to 155, I would say, on Sol. So Sol definitely people taking profit or trying to short the market there on Sol. But the spot levels are a little bit higher. Other coins that have been doing so well and absolutely smashing their supply side, has to be said, is stuff like Sue. You know, Sue has been doing so well, absolutely smashing supply, coming back. Does it now turn this zone from resistance into support? That's what I would be having a look at. All right, guys. Other coins, S, I would keep an eye on this one. It's not broke out. It's not changed market structure on higher time frames, daily and 4 hour. It's still at about the point of control of its 4 hour range. So I'd be keeping an eye on S. DeFi doing very well. Very well. CRV and RV doing very well. ICP, keep an eye on. Don't know how relevant this coin is anymore, but the order books do tend to be pretty good on it. ENA as well, very well. Spot bid right here, right now. Someone defending that level down there at the 0.31. So yeah, summary on Bitcoin, no reason to short it. The depth is back after that yesterday. You know, you can hedge your position here all day long, you know, if you're long from lower, whether that be spot or derivatives, but there's actually no reason to be in fresh shorts right here, right now, today. Especially seeing as the pet market depth is looking pretty good. So I think the summary is I'm still looking for a dynamic bid to hold this weekly open and old range value area low. As long as we can hold this level, we can continue onwards and upwards. We still have some offers. Biggest offers are going to come in at 100k. Okay, 100k is nothing of a level. It's just psychological. It's meaningless nowadays, to be honest. Okay, we've hit it a few times already from the previous months. If we go up there again and we get some heavy supply, yeah, of course you can take a bit more profit, but it's just a psychological level now. All right, guys, so we are going to be live in the US session, okay, on YouTube, okay, so we can timestamp it for everyone. I hope everyone's got a little bit out of this video. No higher time frame, big speculation from myself as always. Intermediate, playing it level to level. We're trading level to level. We'll play the altcoins. I think the altcoins are still looking good. If you want to have a look at some alts with a bit more in-depth with us, then join us on that YouTube a little bit later. All right, guys. But yeah, drop us a like, drop us a comment. Have you been trading well over the last couple of weeks? I think we're back to it. We are back. Cheers.
I bet your margins are pretty nice and fat.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat, that's a nice shirt. Do they make it for men?